What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to iPad Focus. The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and we've got the absolute latest updates that you do not want to miss. From groundbreaking creative tools to the future of your devices, we're diving deep into what's making waves right now. Get ready, because you're about to get the inside scoop on everything that matters. First up, we're heading across the pond to London for a fascinating look at a unique comic book event. Next, we're shifting gears to the software side of things. Apple is gearing up for a significant update to its mobile operating system, and we've got the details on which devices will be supported and what you can expect. This could have a major impact on your daily experience with your iPhone. Then, we're tackling a trending topic that's been buzzing online. While everyone's talking about the latest advancements in artificial intelligence, we're exploring a different angle that suggests Apple's true innovation might be lying elsewhere. Is the AI hype overshadowing a more significant shift? And finally, for all you investors and savvy consumers out there, we're breaking down the numbers on Apple stock. How many shares would it take to generate $1,000 in annual dividends? We've got the financial breakdown you need to know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. A creative marvel lands in London. This story brings a vibrant splash of artistry from across the Atlantic right to the heart of London's comic scene. A creator known for pushing the boundaries of the comic book format made an unexpected appearance at Gosh Fest, a celebrated small press festival held at Gosh Comics in Soho. This wasn't just any convention. It was a gathering of independent comic creators showcasing their unique works, and among them was A.T. Pratt, a New Yorker who brought his distinctive creations, Big Apple Matinee and Dot Comics, to an international audience. Pratt's work is particularly notable for its innovative use of pop-up elements, taking the concept of a comic book to an entirely new dimension, transforming static pages into dynamic, interactive experiences. He wasn't confined to a traditional booth inside. Pratt also set up his own pop-up stand outside the venue, directly engaging with the public and offering a unique way to discover his art. His Big Apple Matinee is described as an anthem to his hometown, New York City, structured like a three-act musical with intricate pop-up sequences. Printed in 4 colors and meticulously hand-cut and assembled, it even includes a jacket with a Q and A between a character and the artist himself. Complementing this is Dot Comics, a collection of personal works created in a dot journal, featuring autobio and horror genres with R-rated content, including extended pop-up fold-out sequences that immerse the reader in the narrative. One of the most striking aspects of Pratt's work is the nesting doll-like presentation of his pop-ups, a testament to his dedication to creating a form that is simultaneously 100% comic and 100% pop-up, while also drawing inspiration from other media forms. His Big Apple Matinee is also currently a nominee for an Ignatz Award, highlighting the critical acclaim his innovative approach is receiving. The sheer ingenuity and artistic commitment evident in these creations are truly captivating, offering a glimpse into the future of printed storytelling and interactive art. Audience impact. This unique blend of art and innovation has generated significant buzz within the comic community, with many praising Pratt's creative vision and the tactile nature of his work. Online discussions highlight the surprise and delight of attendees who discovered his unconventional pop-up comics. Prepare to be amazed by this fusion of art and technology. But what's next on the horizon for your favorite devices? iOS 18.7 and iOS 26, the next chapter for iPhones. As the tech world constantly evolves, Apple is reportedly preparing to roll out its next major software update, iOS 18.7, for a range of iPhone models. This development comes as the highly anticipated iOS 26 is also nearing its public release, signaling a significant moment for Apple's ecosystem. Evidence found in visitor logs suggests that iOS 18.7 is slated for a September launch, likely to coincide with the broader release of iOS 26. While iOS 18.7 is expected to primarily focus on addressing security vulnerabilities and implementing minor fixes, its significance lies in its role as one of the final updates for certain older iPhone models. Specifically, devices like the iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and iPhone XR, which have been mainstays for years, will not be compatible with the upcoming iOS 26. This means iOS 18.7 will serve as a crucial, albeit temporary, continuation of support for these beloved devices, allowing them to benefit from essential security patches before their software support lifecycle concludes. In contrast, iOS 26 is set to be compatible with the iPhone 11 and all subsequent models, marking a clear delineation in Apple's device support strategy. The rollout of iOS 26, following months of intensive beta testing, is anticipated to occur around the middle of September, bringing a host of new features and refinements to the latest iPhone lineup. This dual-release strategy highlights Apple's commitment to maintaining security across its user base while simultaneously pushing forward with innovation for its newer hardware. For owners of the iPhone XS series and the iPhone XR, this news means their devices will remain secure for a while longer, but it also signals the approaching end of major feature updates, a common progression in the smartphone industry. The broader implications point towards a continued emphasis on security and stability in Apple's software updates, even as the company pushes the envelope with new functionalities in its latest operating system releases. Audience impact. This news has sparked discussions among users of older iPhone models, with many expressing gratitude for continued security support while also contemplating potential upgrades to access the latest features in iOS 26. Tech analysts are noting this as a standard, yet important, phase in the device lifecycle. Stay tuned for more updates on the software front. But what if the real story about Apple's future isn't about the features everyone is talking about? Beyond the AI hype, where Apple's true innovation lies. In the current tech landscape, the conversation surrounding Apple is heavily dominated by the race for artificial intelligence superiority. While the internet is abuzz with memes and analyses of Apple's perceived lag in AI features, this narrative might be overshadowing a more fundamental shift in the company's strategic direction. This perspective suggests that the true long-term innovation for smartphones, and by extension Apple's ecosystem, may not lie in the immediate pursuit of advanced AI capabilities, but rather in other evolving aspects of mobile technology. The focus on AI, while significant, could be a distraction from deeper, more impactful developments that are shaping the future of how we interact with our devices. This viewpoint posits that the smartphone market, while mature, still holds immense potential for groundbreaking advancements, and Apple's strength might be in leveraging these other avenues rather than solely competing on the AI front. The article hints at a different direction for innovation, one that could redefine user experience and device utility in ways that transcend current AI benchmarks. It implies that Apple's strategy might be more nuanced, focusing on integrated hardware and software experiences that are uniquely Apple, rather than directly mirroring the AI-centric approaches of competitors. This could involve advancements in areas like display technology, battery efficiency, new form factors, or even entirely new categories of devices that integrate seamlessly with the existing iPhone and iPad ecosystem. The emphasis on AI, while a valid talking point, might be a short-term trend, whereas Apple's long-term vision could be anchored in innovations that offer more tangible, everyday benefits and a more cohesive user experience. By looking beyond the immediate AI battleground, we might uncover where Apple is truly placing its bets for future growth and market leadership, suggesting a more holistic approach to technological advancement that prioritizes user integration and practical application over benchmark chasing. Audience impact. This perspective has ignited debate among tech enthusiasts and analysts, with many questioning whether the intense focus on AI is indeed blinding the industry to other critical areas of innovation. Community forums are lively with discussions about Apple's potential long-term strategies. It's clear Apple is pushing boundaries in many areas, but what about the financial side of the equation? Decoding Apple stock, your path to $1,000 in annual dividends. Apple, a titan in the consumer electronics and technology sectors, is widely recognized for its revolutionary products like the iPhone and iPad. However, beyond its hardware innovations and the burgeoning services division, Apple also offers a consistent dividend payout to its shareholders, a facet of the company that often receives less public attention. Since reinstating its dividend in mid-2012 after a hiatus in the mid-1990s, Apple has maintained a quarterly distribution schedule. While not typically classified as an income stock due to its relatively modest dividend yield, currently standing at approximately 0.5%, the company ensures a regular return to its investors. The latest quarterly payout, declared in mid-August, was set at 26 cents per common share. When annualized, this amounts to $1.04 per share. To achieve an annual income of $1,000 solely from these dividends, an investor would need to hold a substantial number of shares, precisely 962 shares, to be exact. Acquiring this quantity of Apple stock, based on a recent closing price, would represent a significant investment, potentially exceeding $223,722, not including any brokerage commissions. This figure, while substantial, is presented in the context of Apple's premium product pricing strategy. The author posits that, much like their premium devices, Apple stock is a worthwhile investment, despite its seemingly high price point and a 5-year price-to-earnings-to-growth (PEG) ratio that surpasses 2. A key point of discussion revolves around the company's revenue streams. While device sales, particularly iPhones, remain a primary revenue driver, the smartphone market is experiencing slower growth due to incremental improvements in new models, leading many investors to express concern about sluggish revenue growth in this category. However, the article emphasizes that Apple's true growth engine and its future potential lie significantly within its services division. This segment, encompassing offerings like the App Store, is experiencing revenue growth that outpaces product sales, now constituting 29% of the company's total revenue. This robust performance in services is viewed as the company's sleeper growth engine, poised to continue strengthening Apple's overall financial fundamentals. Therefore, while the initial investment for a $1,000 annual dividend might seem steep, the underlying strength and growth trajectory, particularly in services, suggest a solid long-term investment case for Apple stock. Audience impact. This financial breakdown has resonated with investors and prospective shareholders who are analyzing the dividend yield in the context of Apple's overall growth strategy, particularly the increasing importance of its services division. That's a wrap on today's financial insights. Stay tuned for more. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw incredible comic art innovation in London, a crucial update on Apple's software for older and newer iPhones, a look beyond the AI hype to where Apple's real innovation might be, and a breakdown of how to earn $1,000 in yearly dividends from Apple stock. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels for even more updates. We'll see you in the next one.